I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out an old pen and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. I met a young man. Searching for glory. I took out an old pen and wrote in my story. Then I kept walking on down the road. When your time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got.
Good evening, my dear friends. How are you? I hope you are all fine in these difficult times around the world. Thank you again for joining me with my pellet cabin and my off-grid property and my permaculture garden. And well, what are the news so far? As you can see, I have a perfect water collecting system on the rooftop now, and this is going to help me a lot if we are going to have a dry summer this season. And as you could see, I managed to prepare a little bit a new garden bed and made the soil a little bit better with the help of natural fertilizers. Yeah, today is Sunday. I'm just enjoying a little bit cabin time. As you could see also, I baked the bread inside of the Dutch oven, which went amazing, really good. And the meat, the stew, what I'm cooking now, needs approximately 1 hour more that the meat gets tender and soft. And I love slow cooking, you know, watching something to cook by itself without to disturb it too much makes me very calm and very, you know, relaxing. After some very cold period of the beginning of March, now it is plus degrees, plus Celsius degrees, and even actually it is something about 5 or 6 Celsius. I don't freeze at all because I'm used to cold weather. That's why I love winter. I love when the winter is hard and very cold, because after you think to spring times, when it is only just a little bit over plus degrees, you think it is summer starts and you don't freeze at all anymore. And so actually you see my breath, it's actually cold, but I don't feel cold at all. It's perfect. Of course the fire helps also, but I enjoy it really. So what are my plans for the next few weeks or next 3 months here at the property? I have also plans to build a chicken coop and to have 4, 5 or 6 chicken here. And it is developing to my mind, you know. It is getting more and more real to my mind. The only thing is because I'm not sure how good I can protect this chicken here, because the area is open and anybody can come here if he wants. So I have to see how good I can protect them, and I have to build something also which helps me to feed the chicken for a longer period by itself with water and then food, because sometimes I'm not able to come here for a whole week because I have jobs to do with my, you know, my job. I have things to do with my job. I have family obligations. I have stuff to do, other stuff to do, you know. And sometimes I don't find the time to come here for a whole week. Sometimes I come every couple of days, but sometimes you know, from weekend to weekend. It depends on the circumstances. So I have to find out the best way, because I don't want the chicken to be in any danger of you know, foxes or any kind of stupid humans, or trouble with food and water. There are some good solutions for this. I have to pick only the best one, which suits well for me. Let's have a sneak peek to the meat. I don't want the water to disappear. Just want to see if there is enough water. Okay. Oh yes, that's very good. Oh. Well, let me show you also. And I love also the fact that the cabin and off-grid property community at YouTube became so big in the last years. It seems to be really something like a pandemic, but in a good way. And I enjoy watching my favorite cabin channels, which I'm going to link to my description. So if you want to watch also other cabin builders and cabin lifestylers, consider to subscribe them too. I'm going to link them to my description. Go and check them out. One guy asked me also why I am using the nickname Outdoor Addict, but I'm inside of my cabin in most of my last videos, and it's not so outdoorish, and it should be different. My nickname should be different. So you have to know that before I started my cabin series, I uploaded also lots other stuff, outdoor stuff. For example, I was 3 weeks by myself, solo, having a trip in Sweden with a canoe in the Swedish wilderness, and was also a lot of times out in the woods doing overnighters, very primitive way, also with shelters and all this stuff. Since the situation of the world changed, as you know, I couldn't travel anymore so far away, and I have family also, and it was difficult for me to go out and leave them alone for 1 or 2-3 days, a couple of nights alone. And so my outdoor hobby was a little bit more difficult than usually, and this property and the cabin was the perfect opportunity to continue my outdoor hobby without having trouble, not having my kids with me, and also having a property where I can do whatever I want. Nobody can come here and say, hey, why you don't wear a mask, or what are you doing here? We have a prohibition to travel. We have it's forbidden to travel, and so on. And I'm a guy who loves his freedom, and for whom it's very important to be independent, and this kind of lifestyle was the best next to an outdoor lifestyle what I could have. So it's for sure not the end of my outdoor adventures, but currently it's like this. I have plans to have also some more outdoor trips when the situation became a little bit better, but currently my main project is my cabin, my off-grid property, permaculture, hugelkultur, forest gardening, and lots of other stuff I can do here on this property. My goal is also to show how good it is possible to build stuff, a living space, a property, away from any electrical connection, water connection, or whatever, off-grid. If it is possible, or how easy it is makeable to do these things. And as you can see, it's very easy. I want to show that anybody can do what I did also. It's not so hard. Of course, it helps if you have a car or a jeep, or truck to transport all the pallets and all the stuff, to collect them via Craigslist and eBay. You know, it helps. But if you're in a forest situation, you know, you only need some tools. If it if it is necessary, you can do these things also without electricity, without vehicles at all, as Sean James showed us, also the god of off-grid living and cabin building. This guy is amazing. And what I did here is, to collect the scrap of the civilization and make something out of it. I didn't harvest it, what gave me nature, because all sorts of the trees, most of them here, they are protected. I don't want to cut down any trees, and I use only trees which fallen down by themselves. But most stuff here on this property is scrap, so things people throw away, or wanted to throw away, and I collected them.